Hello, I'm Nathan Anderson with the Cullman Downtown Merchants Association, and today we're going to be giving out the top three Christmas parade floats for the Celebrate Christmas event. And you may be asking yourself, I didn't see a Christmas float, or parade, did I miss something? And really, we did have to cancel the parade due to the weather. We did have the event, and considering the weather, it was great. I mean, it was still very festive, great music, great entertainment, and we had a great parade planned with floats just like Pastor Todd's from St. Andrew's United Methodist Church. I'm going to get that right. So, and we weren't able to have the parade due to the rain, but we were still able to get around to the various participants and get pictures and talk to those that put the float together, and we were able to find our top three. So, Pastor Todd, first of all, tell us about your float being the grand prize winner, the first place for 3 years in a row. And every year, I mean, it's something different. I'm always amazed at the creativity. Tell us about your float, the theme, and who worked on it, and what inspired the idea.
It was a privilege to be a part of the parade again. Our theme this year was Candyland Float, or Christmas Float. It was created by Gary and Sabrina Hill, also Mary Nell and Eddie Hightower. Rita and David Spiegel also worked on the float. Back in the fall, we had some folks come to the church and say, what about the Christmas parade float? Are we going to do that again this year? Well, we were trying to put on a huge Christmas outreach event as well, and I simply told them, yes, we are excited about that and would love to do it. Take what your ideas and run with them. And Sabrina just came up with another fantastic idea, the Candyland Christmas Parade float, and we were very excited to be a part of the event.
One thing that I liked about this Christmas parade, or what the plans were, is that it was at night. And that's what changed. We haven't had a nighttime parade in over 20 years. And looking at y'all's float, I know it was a daytime picture, but I could only imagine how great that thing looked at night, being lit up and everything. And I know there's some extra planning that maybe I don't know if you're the one to talk to about this, but what was the extra work that was involved in making this night appropriate versus just a daytime float?
Oh, there was a lot of extra planning. I'm really not the one to be able to tell you all the planning and the preparation that went into the float. I do know that they spent a lot of hours on the intricate details of the lighting that was a part of the float itself. They just did a fabulous job of putting it all together. 2 weeks before the event, they were working probably 16 hours a day putting the float together. We're just blessed to have such a creative group at St. Andrew's United Methodist Church.
Well, I know that we're always happy to have y'all a part of the parade. And are y'all going to plan, if we continue to do this nighttime parade, are you going to be with us and continue to compete in this parade?
Yes, we want to be a part of the parade. We know how important it is for our community. We know it's a fun-filled night and afternoon, and we do love the event at night. It brings a special air about the parade itself, and we're just thankful to be a part of it. We are planning on doing it again next year. They're already thinking about what they want to do with the float.
Well, I know Miss Sabrina is very competitive with this. I've talked to her, so I know she's already planning it. But let me go ahead and give you the first place award, the trophy, and this is on behalf of the Cullman Downtown Merchants Association. Thank you so much for putting the time and effort, and we do apologize that it wasn't able to be seen by the thousands of people we were expecting to be there, but I hope you come back with us next year.
We hope to be here. We don't see this as a competition. We just really enjoy being a part of the event itself. We enjoy being there with the people. And I'm the least of one that needs to be receiving the float. I just want to express to the folks that worked on the float, Gary and Sabrina, Mary Nell and Eddie Hightower and Rita and David Spiegel, how much I appreciate your work and effort representing St. Andrew's United Methodist Church in our community. You're truly a blessing.
Well, thank you, Pastor. And we're back with McCory from the Cullman City Head Start. How are you, McCory?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And McCory, the Cullman City Head Start, I know you wouldn't take credit for this. It was a group effort, but they were our second place winners. Could you, first of all, tell us about your theme?
Our theme was Whoville and the Grinch. Our parents had got together after we decided to put on a float, and they wanted to do something out of the box. We had recently had the Who's come to school for our kids, and so we decided to incorporate that into our float. And we kind of reached out and got our materials, and our parents sat there and got together and worked hours and hours and hours to put this together.
Well, y'all went above and beyond. Y'all didn't just decorate a trailer for a float. You also were decorating people. I mean, and it was truly amazing to see. And I was so thankful that your Grinch and his dog Max came down to the Fest Hall area where we were having entertainment to jump off the float and still help out with entertaining the kids and the guests. Tell me what went on with that. It wasn't just a mask that he was wearing. There was more to it. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
When we were talking about our theme, we decided to do the Whoville, and we wanted to do the float as the actual Whoville scene. Well, who is part of Whoville? The Grinch. So I started Googling masks and could not come up with something that was just, we wanted it to be lifelike, real. And I got in contact with Karen Lee. She's one of our friends to Cullman City Head Start, and she Googled a bunch of things and said, hey, look, find this latex mask and I will apply it and do makeup. It'll make him look like the movies. And so Googling, we got it shipped. It was a nightmare to get it shipped to us. We finally got it shipped and took it by to Karen, and she transformed Tyler Davis, a senior at Cullman High School, into the Grinch and his friend into Max.
Well, I'm telling you, and I'm glad we have some pictures for the audience to see because it was truly remarkable. I mean, I'm thinking, wow, when y'all said that he was going to be wearing prosthesis and have makeup, you weren't kidding. I mean, he really conformed to the Grinch. Yes. Okay, going forward, not to put you on the spot, but might we see when there's prettier weather maybe next year, the Head Start do another float? Because I'm telling you, I was impressed, and I hope everybody gets to see it on a pretty day because it was truly impressive.
Our parents were extremely excited about it. They have already talked about trying some ideas out for next year. So if it becomes available, we most likely probably will do it again.
Well, great. Well, on the behalf of the Cullman Downtown Merchants Association, we would like to present you with the second place award. Congratulations. And be sure to tell everybody at the Head Start that we were so thankful that y'all were a part of it. And, we're going to get your pictures out. They were on the show today. So we just look forward to maybe having y'all participate in the future.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we're back with our third place winners, East Elementary. And there's so many of you. I'm not going to attempt to tackle all of your name. So if you would, introduce yourself to everyone.
I'm Easton Dean. I'm Cooper Bowen. I'm Riley Thornton.
And I'm Danielle Taylor.
And this is the student council at East Elementary, and they were the ones that worked tirelessly on this float, and it was truly impressive. Does someone want to tell me a little bit about the float and what all went into preparing this float?
It was the Polar Express, but we kind of changed the wording a little bit and made it the EES, the East Elementary Express. We had lots of work from lots of people. We had different businesses donate some money and time. Premier Bank, Ruskin Packaging. So it was a group effort.
It was truly impressive, and I'm glad we have some pictures. And y'all have decided to have your own parade. You didn't let the weather dampen your spirits. You we put this effort in. We're going to have another parade ourselves. So tell me a little bit. Are y'all coordinating this parade?
Yes.
Yes.
What are y'all doing with this?
Just getting the float and going around the school and having our own.
Putting her on the spot. Now, do y'all have characters that y'all are putting on the float? I mean, this is the Polar Express theme, so are there, I'm guessing that students will be on the float.
We're all, since it's Polar Express and they're all in their pajamas, we're all just going to wear pajamas.
And there's going to be a hot chocolate bar on the float. Is that correct?
No.
We are going to have hot chocolate.
There's a
There
hot
is-
chocolate
there is-
on the float?
Yes, on the float. And then we also, with the Polar Express and the magic of Christmas and children and their excitement, we have made bells, so all the kids can hear the bells. And so we're going to be passing out bells to the students at school as we go around. And so we're going to have the pajamas and just make it a big Polar Express day at school tomorrow.
Now, what time is this? Because I'm going to be there for the hot chocolate.
In the morning at 9:30.
I will be there because I worked hard on this parade, and on this event. So I need to be there to participate and experience a parade, after not being able to have one. So
Yes.
I may swing by and get some hot
Sounds
chocolate.
great.
So save a cup for
I
me.
heard Santa Claus might be there as well.
All right. Well, anything else you guys would like to say before I give out your trophy? You haven't said anything outside your name. Nothing? Okay. Well, on behalf of the Cullman Downtown Merchants Association, I'll tell you what. I'll present you with the trophy. So thank you guys. Are y'all planning to do this with us in the future?
Yes, I'm sure we will.
Great. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.